There's a fourth kind of edit besides append, insert, and overwrite that Final Cut Pro gives you. Take a look what I've got here.
He also likes the Pope,
You don't have to.
that is the Catholic Church.
Okay, so I've got an interview, and then I've got this B-roll footage that I'd like to cut in between. The problem is it's interrupting my interview between the words Pope and the Catholic Church. There's this long pause while it plays this B-roll clip, and I don't want that. So probably this isn't going to work in the primary storyline. So what can I do? I'm going to take it out. I'm going to hit delete, okay? And I'm going to go back up and select it again in my library, but this time I'm going to do a connected edit. The keyboard shortcut is Q. Instead of editing it into my timeline, it's going to connect it to my timeline.
The Pope, that is the Catholic Church.
So this gets me halfway there. It didn't interrupt my interview. His voice stayed continuous underneath. The problem is this clip has its own audio and it's interfering. So a good thing for me to do would probably be to grab this volume bar and just drag it to negative infinity, which is turning it off basically.
The Pope, that is the Catholic Church.
Okay, so that's how I can get a piece of B-roll in there while keeping my interview continuous underneath and not having audio interference from the B-roll. Keep in mind the analogy of the pizza. Okay, if this is the crust, you can layer as many clips on top or toppings on top as you like, and only the one on the very top will be the most visible. Okay, you're going to especially have to remember this if you're using titles. So, I could throw a title on top of here. And you'll notice that when you play through it, it'll look down through the title into the second layer, which is covering up the third layer. Okay, I could just keep throwing titles up there if I wanted to, or effects, which is more likely. And you'll see I've got a title here starting, which is on the top layer now, and then I've got a second layer title, and then I'm looking through to the second layer, third layer. If I get rid of that layer, then it sees through the two titles into this layer. I'm going to undo that. Keep in mind too that you can swap layers. Okay, you can basically just relayer these clips any way you like. Okay, generally speaking, video layers go on top and audio layers will go on the bottom. Okay, that's generally how it is. So you build video layers up and you build audio layers down, and that's how you use connected clips. One other tip is that you can drag this footage and everything that's connected to it will stay with it. You see how it's connected with these little bars? If you don't want that to happen, then you got to drag it and get it connected to something else. Okay, so I would have to get it connected, and it always has to connect to something in the primary storyline. The connected clips cannot connect to each other. Okay, so once I've done that, then I can move this by itself. Okay. The other tip is, this is a little more advanced, you can actually change, I'm going to get rid of this and this, you can actually change at what point in this clip this bar connects. So I could come over here and I could go Option Command click, and you see how it moved the bar over there. This can actually be really handy when you're trying to move the connection point a great distance. So that's how you use connected clips.